Hello, welcome to R&R, where bad media from the past needs a beating. Sorry for the delay, I was up to things. I was trying to put together on what movie I should review next. And at a local used video store, I happened to come across a movie which the cover seems somewhat suspicious. Now I know you can't judge like a book by its cover or a movie by the poster it usually comes with. But this particular one really tells me that it's another B movie called Demon Island. And not many B movies get listed on that IMDb page on the rankings. So, and I can clearly see why it was really bad. Not only was the plot too cliche, there was also really bad special effects, which is a hallmark of B movies. So let's jump right in and sail off to Demon Island. So we begin our story with the most cliched prologue ever. It started long ago, and then it became to the present, told by the most overdramatic narrator ever.
The village pinata maker, Hanuma, began the most important creation in the history of his village. Using the precious few droplets of water to shape the clay, his creation began to take form.
The clay has never been created by cavemen. Did I fail history? Let's skip to arts and crafts and how to properly construct with clay. Because that's why I specialize in. Let's watch this educational video. Okay, why the hell would making clay be this important? I mean, seriously, this doesn't really tell some importance. It's just some random guy we don't even know working on an arts and crafts project in the middle of a dying village, in the middle of famine and disease, and yet this dickhead doesn't even care about them.
The holiest shrine. Altub removed one of the sacred stones.
Oh, so he's putting things inside it. Okay, so it's supposed to be a pinata, huh? Side note, pinatas did not originate in ancient Mesoamerica. They actually came from China, which was brought over to the New World over from the Spanish. So this pinata ritual about a good luck pinata and a devil pinata is something the writers just pulled completely out of their ass, which correlates to no indigenous American culture whatsoever. And you know what? Nearly 10 minutes is spent watching this pointless prologue about the indigenous people and their pinata rituals.
It's party time!
Oh yeah, it floats down a river and drifts out to sea. Yeah, I'm sure it won't wash up on the beach somewhere where someone can crack it open. Oh wait! Wait, it's present day now? Cinco de Mayo 2001? How cliche can you get? More so than showing up a bunch of college kids on inflatable motorboats drinking and driving wildly at the same time. However, the university kids land up on the island, which happens to be owned by the same college they go to.
All right, you guys made it!
Okay, their college happens to own a private tropical island that just happens to have a devil-shaped clay pinata which unleashes evil across the world.
You sure you want to be playing around with this thing?
It's just a book. No harm ever came from reading a book.
You know, that's like me putting a library right on the foot of the island of Krakatoa, just waiting for it to blow up. Yeah. And if this island has been off limits, I'm pretty sure it's been there for a reason, and why setting up a research facility up there would be completely stupid. Now, what's going on this college private island is a gathering of fraternities and sororities to actually go on a scavenger hunt. And what they do, and the goal, I repeat, the goal is basically going on a panty raid, which they search for people. which they search for each other's underwear, which is scattered randomly throughout the island.
I mean, give me 5 pairs, 2 pairs. I don't know. Let me just smell the panties.
No, mine.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And the way they do this is they handcuff each frat guy with their sorority girl counterparts, and then it's a race against time to find who collects the most underwear. Wouldn't they worry about their underwear getting dirty? What if bugs would crawl into it? However, one of the partners gets free of the handcuffs and yet comes across the clay pinata we saw in the beginning.
Oh. Check it out. I think it's a pinata.
Okay, how the fuck does she know it's a pinata and not just some random idol doll?
It's here. And who knows what they used to put these things.
Let's crack it open.
No, we shouldn't.
Why? It's just a pinata. Come on, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, dude, why the hell would you want to break it? I mean, don't you know that thing means bad luck? I mean, look, it's the devil! It has horns and a septum nose ring on it, complete with goat feet. And I don't want to bother the names of those characters, because they're probably naming them with the most basic, generic names possible. Like this guy. Bill, or Bob, or Billy Bob Thornton.
My name is Bob, not Bill. Bob.
How about a rock?
Excellent idea. That is like a great idea.
Seriously, there's nothing these people do besides making out with each other every time they talk. I like to count how many times they do this.
Great idea.
Angel, my girl. Molly. She's a good French kisser. Good lord, that has more pointless makeout scenes than the Titanic. So they get a rocket, smash it, and this is enough to piss the thing off. And then beat the guy so hard with the same stick they tried to smash it with it before. My god, this thing must come from the planet Krypton in order to bludgeon someone this brutally with just a stick like that. And the ditzy pigtail blonde just comes running into the other group, screaming that a pinata comes to life. They, of course, don't believe her.
Yeah, he's dead.
What happened?
He's dead. A pinata came to life and smashed his head and it killed him. We gotta get out of here.
And so that same group continues on with their panty raid scavenger hunt, while that same clay pinata is just screwing around in the bushes. Why isn't that thing attacking them? I mean, it's like 10 feet away. I mean, what the hell is it doing back there? Too busy taking a firing clay shit? But as soon as they dig up a bag of panties that were buried in the ground, he finds that his shovel is somehow missing, and of course the beast bludgeons both of them to death.
You've just been tomahawked.
And yet the guy holds up the bag of panties to defend himself. Oh, never mind! I must protect myself with the trash bag of panties! Meanwhile, back at the tent, the blonde pigtailed chick discusses evenly what happened to Mr. Billy Bob. Or at least tries to without having a screaming, hiccuping panic attack.
You'd understand, if he fell out of a tree or hit his head.
So after that discussion from the pigtailed girl, the two event organizers still don't get her message and continue to search out for Bob. And it's at this time that they call the panty raid over because something very terrible happened to Bob.
Bob, where are you? Bob! Bob! Bob!
I think they're looking for someone.
Do you even want to really bother looking for the guy when she already told you that he's dead and was killed by this serial killer monster roving around the forest? And to no surprise, they find his mangled corpse hanged up in a tree, which then leads the creature over to another couple who is just waiting to be victimized. Oh, and I just love it when he could just hang himself from the tree, and that these curious people just want to know what the fuck he is. And you just gotta love how perfectly still he stands until he's provoked. Ooh, man! Right in the balls, man! And he even ripped him out! It must really suck to be him!
What happened out there?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Seriously, they're really concerned about this creature wreaking havoc on them and killing them in very brutal ways. Why don't they just get on their inflatable motorboats and sail the fuck off there? Then they can call the Army and the National Guard over there and just nuke the place. That would basically seem the perfectly logical way to deal with it. With the remaining survivors, then make a run for the beach only to discover that their boats have been destroyed by the creature. Okay, first off, how the hell did that pinata know where their boats were? What, does he have psychic mind-reading powers to actually determine what their main means of transport is to the island and where he is? And then it turns out that the satanic pinata actually shapeshifted into a much bigger Minotaur-like creature. Okay, how is it able to shapeshift? And look how bad the CG is. Oh, but wait, he can shapeshift into more things. But believe me, it's nothing compared to what he's going to transform into next. However, he sees the two staff members on the ATVs and then tries to attack him, and they all try to outrun him for their lives. But one of them gets a flat tire and is thrown off her four-wheeler. In the most badly done explosion, I mean seriously, that doesn't even look like real fire. It looks more like a blood bomb. You know, kind of like the ones you see in the Jaws movie where they blow up the shark. And yet she is the one who turns out completely okay while her partner is beaten to death. And then the group have set up a new camp on the beach where they discuss what may be lurking out there. And the guy just happens to know about a folklore about an evil pinata, which was resemblance to the one seen in the pointless prologues at the beginning. And according to this folklore, it follows the idiotic stereotype that pinatas are so Mexican that it has to have been from the ancient civilization.
There's this old Mexican folklore I studied about that fits with Lisa's description. I saw prints near the wreckage of the boats that was made by a creature with hoof feet. Now, the legend says that this pinata had 2 hoof feet and the actual heart of a pig. Its upper body is very human-like with fire-red eyes and horns on its head.
Yeah, by the looks of it, the monster doesn't even bother attacking them at the beach. Why? Is the monster aquaphobic? And if so, why the hell would he even bother going down the beach and deflating their boat? Fuck this movie, stupid! Then the next morning, the remaining survivors get together and try to figure out a way on how to get off the island and call for help. But this somehow leads them out in the middle of the forest where they originally were. Why? I guess that's where they kept their survival supplies. I don't know. However, they then try to make their way back to the beach and, of course, signal for help in the new group. And while at the same time the monster is stalking them. And it's complete with cliches with having a black guy in the group always having to die.
I'm telling you, man, the black guy always dies first.
And then the monster kills off another member of the group after she is forced to stop for an emergency piss break for her other partner. The pinata just happens to swing by and behead her. And this causes Pigtail Girl to run back to the camp frantically. I have no idea why. Maybe she was lost. However, she somehow still believes that there may be someone in there still in the tent somehow. But then it just grabs her back in and of course eats her. And yet the monster transforms again, and then comes out to attack the other girl who supposedly came to the rescue.
Come on, Lisa.
Was that just... Did it just make the sound of a velociraptor from Jurassic Park? Holy crap, it did! And get ready for this one! Get ready for the worst CGI you will ever see in your entire life! Just look at this. What is this? A flying lava tadpole? This makes the giant statue from Magic Island look real. Just watching this is so painful. Not only is the horror plot cliche not scary at all, it's just far out way too predictable. Now, no, I'm not trying to be redundant here. I'm just trying to... Let's just wrap this up as quick as I can. However, she's united with the other survivor, and also that staffer from before that fell off the ATV and somehow survived. I have no clue why. And then they figured out how to kill the creature by blowing it up.
Right. We need that gas for our plan to work. It's time for us to stop being hunted and start doing the hunting.
Great! Another cliche where the only way to kill the monster is blow the thing up. We sure didn't get enough of that. And then once they did, they somehow are able to contact the Coast Guard or something and are able to rescue them. There! The end! And that wraps up Demon Island! One of the worst cliched hilarious horror movies that not only fail at being scary, but yet render being complete fucking stupid. Just look at it. The plot doesn't make any sense. It's predictable as hell. Portray the characters as complete idiots. There's a plot and prologue that makes no fucking sense. And this is a hallmark of B movies, okay? Why they do not stand in theater the entire time. This is Mario Nama signing off. Oh my god. You've gotta be kidding! I've seen enough evil pinatas. Why one now in my fucking living room? Try me, bitch. Try me. Ha!
She wants to go back in.
My name is Bob, not Bill.